Mwah. What's up, YouTube? Poor.Mans.Podcast back with another video. Today's video is going to be Men Are Trash. Someone's Rich Father. That's what it's titled. I will have a link in the description down below. Hit the like and subscribe button. Okay, in this conversation, they're talking about being a stripper. All right, they're talking about stripping, and they're giving advice to young ladies. And I want y'all to hear what they say. I'm going to get right into it. I know y'all busy. I ain't trying to waste y'all time, so let's go.
Again, this is the last one. So that was that. I was like, I'm off this. But obviously, like, you know, it was the whole, we don't need another black girl. And you too thick. You know what I'm saying? Like,
by the way, she was talking about she was auditioning at white strip clubs as a black woman. And a lot of their requirements were don't be too thick, don't have tattoos, you know, basic stuff in all honesty. But those were their requirements. She didn't like it. That's just to give y'all a little brief of what was going on before. But so y'all don't just come in here, you know, whatever.
my teeth was probably too big or ass was probably too fat or some shit.
If
So
you got tattoos, they don't like that either.
definitely have a tattoo, like 2 of them. So I'm just like, you know what? That's you know, it's literally like a product. You're like literally like.
And that's one of my biggest arguments when it comes to sex work in general. Why? Like, it's like, you know, who gets to commodify beauty and make money off of it? Because if the entire world already shapes us and packages us, you know, to make money off of our whatever anyone
Literally every industry.
Beauty, if I want to sell my pussy, what's the problem? You can make money off what I look like, but I can't.
But I can't. That's like.
So, but you know, that's just.
Wait, what? I don't understand that mentality. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. Am I missing something? So is she saying that that the beauty industry kind of uses women to make money, so they should be able to sell themselves because the beauty industry makes money from telling them you're not pretty, but I got some makeup for you to make you pretty? Is she saying that since they can do that, she should then be allowed to sell herself? I mean, to each his own. If that's what you want to do, you're going to find a way to do it regardless of what I say. Of course, I don't matter. All right? I think if you've decided to sell yourself, there's not much I can tell you that'll change your mind. All right? So I'm not going to try. But I'm just saying that those two things are not parallel. Those two things do not equate. Just because the beauty industry makes a couple dollars, okay, billions, I ain't going to lie, it's a lot of money. That don't mean you should sell yourself, though. But let's keep going.
One of the layers.
That's one of the layers, okay? Because it's just disgusting. It's still like it's in ways it's still like when we were slaves. You know what I mean? Like it's like we're not allowed to own ourselves. I don't even own me. Like damn, everybody else could own me and make money off me, but I can't even own me. Like, and it's in more than sex work. It's in beauty industry. It's in music. It's in every fucking thing. And I wanted to talk about respectability politics because you touched on that.
Well, it's like slavery because you're putting yourself out there to be judged. When you say, hey, Big Papa, you come up to the car, hey, Big Papa, okay, you want to have a good night? When you tell me that, I get to look at you as a trick, as a person that's willing to spend money on you. I get to look at you and decide if it's the product that I want to buy. That's just how the market works. You're putting yourself on the market, so obviously you're going to get looked at like cattle because you're putting yourself out there to be looked at like cattle. All right? You're literally selling sex. That's what you're doing. So what, did men supposed to just buy anything because you're a woman? No, we still got standards. We still got things that we like. Even people that buy sex got certain things that they don't like. Let's keep going.
In your film. When it comes to like, do you get backlash from like your family or like friends or just anybody who you care about in general for when you were stripping? Were you getting like backlash for it and like judged for it? Like, did you have any instances where you felt like, oh wow, you really just shaded me because I'm a stripper? Like, you really just...
Maybe the only time from my friends and family and people who've been around, not so much, but that's only because like my entire life I've always been very sexually uninhibited and open about my sexuality. And my whole thing was, my whole philosophy during my whole 20s is like, wait, so I could fuck whoever I want, and the worst that's gonna happen is you're gonna call me a hoe? Okay. So
I wish people understood that. And I wish I understood that when.
No, that is not the worst that happened. All right, quick little story time. I knew a guy. All right, he had a high school sweetheart, a girl that he always slept around with a lot of people. This girl was a really innocent girl though. So he, just from the kindness of his heart, he decided he didn't want to, take her virginity or anything like that, because he knew he was going to sleep around. When he was ready to settle down, he was going to come back to her and be with her. That's what he planned on doing. Sophomore year of college, she goes off. She has sex with some football player. Turns out the football player has HIV. So now this lady, this woman, I guess, because she's over 18. All right, her freshman year of college or sophomore year of college, goes and has sex for the first time with some random football player. I don't know, maybe she knew him, but she obviously didn't know him enough. All right, turns out he had HIV. Now she has it. All right, so no, the worst that's gonna happen isn't me calling you a hoe. AIDS is the worst thing that can happen. HIV, gonorrhea. All right, single motherhood. Those are bad things that can happen. Not just me calling you a gardening tool. Okay, there are other consequences, ma'am, lady.
When I was in college. Yeah, I did no fucking in college. Like, I fucked one dude in college. And, the only thing I would go back and change about college was, I should have fucked all these niggas that I thought was fine.
You have to have a couple of whole phases.
A hoe, there's literally no meaning to the word hoe. Everyone. Yeah, word. I literally don't believe in the word hoe, because it's what is that? What is that?
And the word hoe literally has no definition. It only has a purpose. And it's just
to degrade. Yeah. To make you feel ashamed.
Has no definition. So but when I started dancing, by that time, everyone, all my friends and family,
how could a word that has no definition offend? If it means nothing, it obviously means something. And like I say in a lot of other videos, when there are women that are promiscuous, they just feel a thing. Most women have a thing, and they feel that thing when they sleep with random dudes. Some women don't. All right, that's fair. Some women don't. Some women can't go out and have casual sex, but most women feel a thing, especially if it isn't good. Let's keep going.
Even my kids knew. They were already used to who I was, and also they trusted that, all right, this is just what she wants to do right now. She got it. She all right or whatever. And, so it was cool. I went through most of that, the pushback from other people in my younger years when I was moving how I wanted to move. And I was also, back in the days, I had a bigger Twitter platform. Right now, it's not really active because, one, I don't use it. And then, I deleted it, 2 times. So, back then, though, when I was, really active and really known and had thousands of followers, there was nothing about my sex life that my followers did not know. So, I was always
getting judged.
All out there. Yeah, and for the most part, though, people received it well. They liked it.
Oh, okay.
It was just oh, shit.
Refreshing.
Yeah.
It's definitely refreshing.
Everything I'm thinking, But then, of course, there were a couple of people who...
Of course.
Women, that is not good advice. All right? You're that's a beacon call for bad men to come into your life. Those posts on Facebook, which is, by the way, get off of Facebook. Only people that are there are 68-year-old women that are talking about knee surgeries and middle-aged women arguing about politics. That's the only thing left on YouTube. Get off of it. I mean, on Facebook, get off of it. All right? But when I go on Facebook every now and then, sometimes I do see women with these promiscuous posts. They want to say what they want. And I understand that. But just know that it's a beacon call for exactly that. If you make a post saying, I want some tonight, okay, you're going to attract just that. Not no relationship. So then don't get mad at the men when they want to leave. Because you knew what you was getting yourself into. You wanted that attention. You got it. When you get that attention, it's going to attract all kinds of guys, unfortunately. Not just the good ones that you want. That is not good advice, young ladies. If there are any listening to this video, don't do that. I'm telling you, that's not the way to go. All right? It's a beacon call for sausages is what it is. It's a sausage call. It's like the mating call for sausages. All right, let's keep going.
Feeling it, but I didn't care.
Was there ever a moment though where you like questioned yourself? You know, because people
like when I went too far.
Yeah, if you went too far, or you just felt like, you know, people, I guess, you know, because sometimes we can be the most confident people, but then sometimes, you know, a few outside opinions will leak in and make us question, like, you know, am I a hoe, or am I like, is this too much?
Yeah.
Is this?
When I was younger too, not in my social media days. Like when I was younger, I did feel like in my personal experience, sex was something, like it was a tool that I used to empower myself, but there were also a lot of times where it worked against me, and because of, you know, outside info. And a lot of that actually was because of rape culture. Like I have so many bodies that, whatchamacallit, that happened because of rape culture. So, you know, like if I would go visit someone and it was late and I didn't really want to fuck him, but because I was there and they
made
kept
you
pushing
feel,
me, so I was like, well, damn, I'm already here. I might as well fuck him or whatever. So, but that was like when I was...
Wait, what? That is the big contradiction of the whole rape culture thing, okay? You weren't forced to have sex. When women are just using the word rape for everything, okay? If a man didn't hold you down physically and try to have sex with you, that you were not raped. You made a decision, regardless of how good or bad it was, regardless of how pressured it was. Peer pressure is very real. And when men want to have sex, sometimes they're going to pressure you. Okay? And I'm not defending men that are just overly aggressive. I understand that there are men like that, and those men should be put underneath the jail. All right? Men, be gentlemen. Just a message to y'all. Stop being so like you can't get rejected. A message to y'all. All right, but ladies, stop saying rape. And this is why some of the statistics are so skewed on this topic, because the definition of rape is lowering and lowering and lowering. It used to be you had to be held down, pinned to the bed or pinned to whatever to be raped. And I'm sorry to have to talk about this topic, but it's the truth. It used to be that way. Now, if you make a bad decision, you could just call it rape. So when the statistics come out, 60% of women have been raped. I don't know what the actual statistics are. By the way, disclaimer. For I had y'all in the comments going insane. All right. The people look up these statistics and they're inaccurate, because you have people that are claiming that rape is a man being alone with a woman late at night and expecting sex. What do you think? What do you think men expect? We're not here for milk and cookies. We didn't invite you over to make milk and cookies at 3 a.m., ladies. Use your common sense, okay? Why would you even be at a man's room if you don't intend to be sexually active with him? If you just want attention, stay on social media. Okay, stop going to these men's house late at night and thinking that it's just, we just finna be watching Netflix and making Rice Krispie treats. Shit. All right? Ain't nobody finna be making no Rice Krispie treats. You know what we doing at 2 a.m. We grown. You don't have to act like that. All right? Stop saying the R word for everything that pops up, because it discredits people who are actually raped. Let's keep going.
I was younger, and like that is when I felt like, oh, what am I doing? But like after that, I kind of figured myself out and it was better.
Was there ever a situation in particular? Like, can you give us like an example of you just like, damn, like I should not, like looking back, I'm like, yeah, I should not have ever fucked with that nigga.
I mean, I have a whole bunch of those, but I have like, a bunch of those that I meant to fuck. And I hadn't, so it was just both. But I mean, there isn't any one situation that stands out, because whenever it happened, it was always so similar, where like I put myself in a position where, I felt like I put myself in a position where I was alone with them, and you know, and it just turned into a like, damn, well, if I didn't want to have sex with him, then I shouldn't have. Right. I shouldn't have come over. Like, but I was too young to understand. Like,
that's simple. What are you there for? Okay, I don't understand what you think you're there for. You're there at 2 a.m. What are you there for? Alone in a room, alone in a dorm room with a dude. What do you think that he thinks you're there for?
Like, bitch, like you
have a choice. No. Yes, you always have a choice.
No, but a lot of that, they don't teach us that.
They don't.
Like, not through media, not through, like, parents don't talk to girls about
at
it. Like,
all.
None of it, you know? So it was a lot of, like, me and sex, we've had a long love-hate relationship because of that. But now that like it's like I know my power.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, good child. Yes. It's sad though because
ladies, you don't see a ring on that finger, okay? Take notice. You do not see a ring on that finger. She's just going to get older and older until eventually that power, quote unquote, just disappears because men don't want to, are less and less attracted to her. She's getting older. That quote unquote power that everybody, that sexual empowerment is going to go away, ladies. You feel like that in your 20s, you feel just so good, but it goes away. Find somebody before it goes away. Stop trying to wait till the very end when it's dwindling to then start trying to look for somebody and calling people bad for not wanting to be with you anymore. You chose in your prime time to just sleep around, and now you reap what you sow. You're gonna pay for it. All right, you don't see a ring on that finger, ladies. So if you're trying to get one of those, don't be listening to this. Now, if you want to go out there and just sleep around and be a stripper and take the risk, take her advice. All right? But if you want one of them ring things, don't be taking this advice. I'm telling you, it ain't going to get you there.
You know, like I said, I've said this so many times, like the only people that get the talk and like about sex is like boys. Like girls are always told don't have it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Or don't do it, you know, avoid it. Nobody tells you, okay, you're going to do it regardless. Nobody tells you like what the next steps are. You know what I mean? Like, and how to maneuver through that. Because you're doing it. So I don't need to hear don't do it. I need to hear how do I make it past, you know what I'm saying? How do I avoid niggas that are just trying to trap me, you know what I'm saying? Or trying to, you know what I'm saying,
just
play
get
me, get what they want out of me, make me feel stupid, you know what I'm saying, put me on, whatever. Like, teach me that. That's what we need to be teaching, and, you know, how to avoid those situations. What advice would you give to, like, women that, you know, don't feel empowered with their sexuality, and, like, since you feel
listen to City Girls.
Listen to City Girls.
When I told y'all I was religious, everybody thought I was crazy. All right? Now we have strippers and essentially prostitutes. That's what they are, okay? Well, at least the one on the left. The one in the white t-shirt is definitely a prostitute. She says she's had sex for money. Okay? We're listening to them say, tell young ladies, because this is a woman's podcast, so I'm sure most of their listeners are women, telling young ladies to listen to City Girls for advice. What did I tell y'all in the Cardi? I'm going to have a link in the description to this video too. What did I tell y'all in the Cardi B WAP video? The difference between WAP and Lil Baby songs is men don't worship the music. We don't tell little boys, oh, listen to Lil Baby if you want to find out what you should do to be a man. We would never say nothing like that. But it's accepted to say, listen to the City Girls, women that are telling you to be single, although they're chasing relationships currently. These women want to be married. They're selling y'all something. They're telling you, oh, just do whatever you want to do while they're going and trying to find boyfriends and husbands. Don't listen to the City Girls, young ladies. It's not good advice. Let's keep it going, though.
That's a good one. Listen to City Girls. Literally, they're like the blueprint of life. Honestly,
no, it's and you know
like, that they are honestly my spirit animal.
They're so revolutionary to me.
Revolutionary.
Because it's like, you know what I mean? Like this is, and it's so crazy though because a lot of people, the way they're talking about them is like, oh, you want your little girls listening to that? Like, oh, they're corrupting the little girls and this and that. Like, what about all this other music that little boys been listening to forever?
And corrupting little girls, little boys listen to music, talking shit about little girls all day, degrading little girls all day.
So it's never really about our children.
Yeah, shut that shit up.
Shit, you're taking this access from us.
Yes, it's not about.
They don't know that's what it is, but that's what it is.
What access are women taking from men if they're basically under the mantra that you should give it out more? I'm not understanding when they say things like empowerment in these situations. And yes, although, like I just said, and they brought up children, they just brought up the topic at hand. Although little boys do listen to horrible music, I agree, and some of them are influenced by that music, we as men don't tell them to become influenced by that music. We try to avoid them from being influenced by that music. for the most part. While on the other hand, you have women literally telling, in what show have you ever heard a man, any man, regardless of his, even rappers, say, oh yeah, listen to these rappers if you want the blueprint to life? You've never heard that before because we wouldn't even utter some nonsense like that. That don't even make sense. That. By the way, this is the end of this episode. They go on to discuss other things. If you want to check out the full podcast and get upset in your own house, in the comfort of your own home, I will have a link in the description. All right? If y'all want to continue and listen to it. But that was the end of that was the clip that I was going for. All right? This, you hear it from them. Listen to City Girls and Cardi B if you want to learn the blueprint of life. That's because that's how you're supposed to live. Don't worry about it. All right, come on. What is it? Just a couple guys, right? Come on. Next thing you know, you're a single mother. All right, I'm not going to beat the dead horse. Till next time, y'all.